So if you have just the slightest idea that cholesterol is the bad guy, this video is for you. Do you realize that you need cholesterol to make your vitamin D? Now, we actually have a pandemic going on right now. The majority of the world is deficient in vitamin D. So it's very important to understand where vitamin D comes from. In your diet, it is virtually impossible to get enough vitamin D. Our bodies were not designed to get our vitamin D from the diet. If it was designed, a lot of the foods would have vitamin D in them. There's only a few that have vitamin D. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, egg yolk. There's a little bit of vitamin D in milk products like cheese. There's a very tiny bit of vitamin D as a pre-vitamin D in mushrooms. But other than that, you don't see vitamin D in many foods. As far as vitamin D goes, we were meant to be exposed to sun to get our vitamin D. The sun hits the skin, so we have UV radiation. It then goes through a series of combination of chemical reactions with cholesterol being a necessary part of that pathway, and eventually you get vitamin D. And if you're vitamin D deficient, there's some serious problems with inflammation, high blood pressure, poor immune system, back pain, higher risk for autoimmune disease and asthma, and the list goes on and on and on. Your body makes 3,000 milligrams of cholesterol every single day, whether you eat cholesterol or not. Your liver makes it and other cells make it because you need cholesterol. Why? To make vitamin D, to make bile salts. Bile salts are made by the liver through cholesterol, stored in the gallbladder, with many purposes. One being the extraction of omega-3 fatty acids from the food that you eat. Also, the regulation of the microbiome. It's involved in the phase 3 detox in your liver. So you have these poisons that are breaking down into harmless water-soluble particles. And phase 3 is where bile comes in. It will help take those toxins and eliminate them completely throughout the body. So we need bile salts for that. Bile salts help prevent fibrosis in your liver or scar tissue in the liver. It helps you prevent getting cirrhosis. It also helps prevent a fatty liver. You need cholesterol as a precursor for your sex hormones, testosterone, estrogen, and even cortisol. Without cortisol, you wouldn't be able to counter stress. Cortisol is the main anti-inflammatory in the body. And without that, you're going to be in a lot of inflammation. And by the way, cortisol is very anti-inflammatory. Vitamin D is very anti-inflammatory. And bile salts are very anti-inflammatory. So without cholesterol, you're going to have a lot of pain, a lot of achiness. Probably one reason why people that are on statins, which block the production of cholesterol, have a lot of achy muscle and muscle pain in general. All right, number 4, every cell membrane needs cholesterol, and you have trillions of cells that need this cell membrane, which is made from cholesterol. The membrane is the key protective mechanism against a lot of things. So it's very, very important to have that cholesterol lining. Cholesterol is tightly regulated by a negative feedback loop. So if you eat more cholesterol, your body makes less. If you eat less cholesterol, your body makes more. The point I'm making is you don't want to do a low-fat diet, because if you do, potentially your cholesterol pool will be less. You're going to make less bile, and you're going to make less vitamin D, and you're going to definitely make less cell membranes and less sex hormones. So in summary, you don't have to fear cholesterol, but what you have to realize is the glucose and the sugar and the refined carbs will turn into the bad type of cholesterol that has the ability to penetrate into the cells and create all sorts of damage with your arteries. And another term for that is called oxidative cholesterol. So it's not the dietary cholesterol or fat that's the problem. It's this over here. All right, thanks for watching.
Hey, we're back.
With another amazing recipe.
No grains, no sugar, totally keto. There's no suffering in keto.
Absolutely not, Karen.
And it's an immune system builder.
Absolutely. You have to check this
I
out.
think you should hurry up, watch the recipe, and make it yourself. It's just so easy to be keto.
But is it simple?
It's super simple. We hope you enjoy making it as much as we are enjoying eating it.